Today, I'm going to explore LensGo, a powerful platform which allows you to transfer visual styles to your videos with a few clicks. And there's a number of preset styles to choose from, or you can even upload your own. Now, I do want to mention that LensGo is sponsoring this video, and there's a link in the description if you want to check it out. But I've honestly had a lot of fun playing with this platform, switching from one style to another and just kind of going back and forth. So let me show you how this works. Now, this platform works really well on your phone. So a great idea I thought is I could record myself, even though I felt like a bit of a crazy person, and upload that footage to see what results we get. So this is the interface on our phone, and you can see a style transfer button there. But if I head up to the top left menu, I can also come down here to video style transfer. You can then tap the upload video section here and find a video on your phone to upload and add into the AI video generator. Now you might notice at the top I'm currently using fast mode, but now my video has been uploaded. I then scroll down and choose from one of the styles below. I've got Lego or Pixar. I'm also going to choose the video duration, just going to stick with 5 seconds, and I can also click on these settings to do things like remove the watermark, make it private. I'll head out of there and we're going to hit generate video and see how the result looks. And side by side, you can see it's very consistent with that movement. But coming back, you can also swipe across and discover more styles under fast mode. Or if I go up the top and switch to custom mode, there's actually even more styles I can go through. So let's go through and try some of these out to see what the results are like. As you can see, there's some good consistency and some pretty nifty styles that you can experiment with. But overall, it seems to give a good consistent result. There's a few fun little artifacts in there, but I just think this is a really cool tool and a lot of fun to play with. Now, all these videos have been made with a high style strength. So if I switch back to JoJo, but this time bring the style strength down to normal, let's compare and see what difference there is on the output video. Now you can see we have our image of JoJo with high strength, but bring in the normal strength and you notice it's dialed back just a little bit. Still has that style, but is a little less intense. But zoom in a little closer and you can see the line work on the face has been toned back a little bit. It still has that same style, it's just that a lot of the elements are a little toned down. Now to test something out, we're going to go to custom mode and we're going to upload our own image of Chewbacca into the custom style. So let's see what kind of results we get from that. And you can see we've got a fun looking image here, and although I don't look exactly like Chewbacca, the style is definitely present. Now in custom mode, you can choose between a normal frames per second, FPS, or high. What happens if we switch between the two? Now starting with the high FPS, you can see things are pretty smooth. When we introduce the low FPS, it's a little bit choppier. Now this obviously is good because you can save on tokens if you don't need something that's going to be super fluid, but also if there's not a ton of movement in your video, just a little bit, this can be a great option as well and saves you some tokens. Now I generated these using the Pixar style, and also want to mention that the low frame rate is 10 frames a second, while the high frame rate is 15 frames per second. But coming back yet again, we also have the option to add a prompt. So I'm going to go down to settings, click on prompt and type in a green ogre, Shrek, waving at the camera. In the background is the forest and a lake of water. So let's see how much we're able to influence the video by adding this prompt. Now again, we can compare the first two, add in the Shrek video, and you can see it's actually done a pretty good job of translating that prompt to the video. So you have a lot of possibilities within the prompt to alter the video even further. But let's move on and try something else. If I come down the menu here, you'll notice there is training and models. And what I want to do is upload these 10 images of this sort of barcode grunge effect I was playing with a few months ago. So let's go through that process to see what kind of results we can get. So again, I go down the menu, click on training and models. Once there, I give the model a name and I need to choose a base model, in which case there's only one option here, original V1. Then I come down to training images and I upload an image. I choose the 10 images I want, give them time to upload, and then when I'm done, I come down and then I tap Start Training. As you can see here, it takes about 25 minutes to process, so we'll cut ahead to see the results. And now we come back into our custom mode, go into My Model, and choose that barcode grunge model to generate a video. And we've applied that style to our video pretty effectively. Now we've been using a phone primarily, but you can also use a desktop computer to get the same results. And I ran a few tests on some other videos to see what kind of quality we could expect. So I downloaded this video from Pexels of a Muay Thai guy working on heavy bag, and I got some pretty cool results. Starting with the fire filter, I managed to get this video, which I thought was pretty nifty. It has a bit of an abstract feel to it, so then I decided to switch to the liquid filter, which got us this video. And I love that blue underwater sort of feel that it has rendered. And I tried our custom model as well, and it didn't really get the barcode, but it did match the color and the overall aesthetic and followed my prompt pretty nicely. But this time, I decided to try a much longer clip. I wanted to get some kind of landscape, something that is less about people, and I wanted to convert it into a different environment. So this drone footage here, which goes for about 30 seconds, I've completely converted into a few other tests, which I'm going to run through now. Now I tried the liquid setting again, but this time to get through the videos a bit quicker, I decided to double the speed, and that way we can sort of see a bit more of the video without having to sort of sit through for 30 seconds. But you can see how it has a nice little abstract approach to rendering these buildings and creates a pretty fun little video. But to try something new, I switched to voxel, which I think created a pretty nifty effect. It does sort of fade in and out on a few bits and pieces here, but it does have, it's a very nifty sort of brick-like sort of abstract feel. Something a little bit trippy and a little bit different than what I expected. And I had to try out The Walking Dead at least once while making this video. You see I add a little bit to the prompt there, about zombies walking, about overgrowth. In the video itself, it does a pretty good job of doing that. It still has a little bit of a morphy sort of feel to it, but overall it does have a very abstract kind of post-apocalyptic sort of cinema feel to it, and the creep where the zombies pop up was a nice little sort of creepy touch to the video. But also on the website, if you come back, you notice there's some featured works here you can check out. So if I check out Edge Hunter here, there's a video made using LensGo. We can hit play.
When the sky fell upon us.
And you can see some of the artistic sort of interpretations people have used this tool for. We go to this one over here, or we can scroll across, find some more bits of code, check that one out. So you can see a lot of people have been having fun using this platform and using it for creative projects. This is easily something you can download and just play with yourself for a bit of fun, but actually one thing I recommend is even getting together with a few friends, and you can take a few test videos and just see what you can create and have a lot of fun with it and socialize, or you can use it for something creative or even professional. You can also take it to the next step and create something like these here, grabbing a free video editor like CapCut or something like that to string these together, add some audio, ton of fun. And you can also check out the gallery to see what some of the other users have been making. Now this platform is a lot of fun to play with, and we're still really in the early days of AI, especially in video, so I can't wait to see just how much further this is going to develop in the future. But for now, I highly recommend checking it out. There's a link in the description. Check it out, have a turn on your phone, record a video, and just see what results you get. Experiment, have fun, and leave a comment, let me know what you think. Otherwise, thanks for watching the video, guys. I want to thank LensGo for sponsoring the video, but also, if you like the video, please consider giving it a like. Otherwise, hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.